Winnie the Pooh returns to theaters for another children's storybook adventure. But is this movie a honeypot filled with golden sweetness, or is it an empty container that no longer has a purpose? Find out right now on Movieology. During an ordinary day in the 100-acre wood, Winnie the Pooh sets out to find some honey. Misinterpreting a note from Christopher Robin, Pooh, Tigger, Rabbit, Piglet, Owl, Kangaroo, and Eeyore are all convinced that their young friend has been captured by the creature named the Baxen, and they have set out to save him. Their secondary mission is to find a new tail for Eeyore, who has once again misplaced his elusive appendage. Winnie the Pooh stars the voices of Jim Cummings, Craig Ferguson, and John Cleese. It was directed by Steven Anderson and Don Hall. Welcome to Movieology, your ticket to engaging the spectacular world of film from the bedrock of biblical truth. I'm Stuart Adams. Please do us a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and follow our Twitter. If you have any questions or comments, you can email us anytime, day or night, at info@movieology.tv. Winnie the Pooh hasn't changed much over the years. It is still the same tried and true formula that has made the previous installments popular with parents for its innocent and wholesome presentation, and popular with kids for its silly characters and humorous situations. Pooh follows the same storybook motif as its predecessors, with the characters being aware that they are in a book, and interacting with its printed type as well as the narrator who is reading the book. For some, it'll feel very much like if you've seen one, you've seen them all, as nothing has really changed since the 1960s. The animation, sound design, music, and script are all consistent with the Pooh franchise, and there aren't any real surprises. If you go see this Winnie the Pooh film, expect it to look and feel like a Winnie the Pooh film. True die-hard fans of the Pooh universe, if one may even call it that, may take exception to the fact that their favorite characters don't sound quite exactly like they used to. But this cast does a great job of replicating the emotions and personalities of the characters, effectively reducing concern to a slight eyebrow raise. Speaking of personalities, none of the characters have really progressed in any way with this new film. They all still have their unique quirks and character traits that result in the same struggles. Pooh is self-absorbed with his desire for honey. Rabbit has a temper. Tigger doesn't take anything seriously. Piglet is fearful, and Eeyore is depressed. It all sounds very cliché, and it is. But it works for what Pooh is trying to accomplish despite being formulaic. Everything about this movie caters to young children. All the conflict in the story is generated by misunderstanding and is not in any way real. The Baxen is the closest thing the film has to an antagonist, and it is simply a result of imagination gone wild after the words "back soon" are misread. The fact that the movie has a running time of less than 1 hour is also telling, as the filmmakers apparently did not want to exceed young children's attention spans. Winnie the Pooh has one single ideology that it presents at the conclusion of the movie. Pooh, upon finding Eeyore's tail, must decide whether or not to fulfill his own selfish wants and eat the honey, or return the tail to his friend. Pooh makes the right decision and forgoes his favorite thing to eat so that his quadrupedal friend may be whole again. This theme not only praises loyalty and friendship, but it's also a metaphor for man's sin nature. Not that it's wrong for Pooh to have his honey, but being able to suppress his very nature for the good of others is a biblical principle that gives Christians a practical, if simplistic, example of resisting our depraved flesh. Now, it's sponsor time. American Vision is dedicated to restoring America's biblical foundation. They have invaluable resources for history, apologetics, eschatology, and worldview studies. As a Movieology fan, you are treated to 10% off all purchases at AmericanVision.com when you use the coupon code Hollywood at checkout. American Vision is the ministry that will help you understand the world you live in, so check them out at AmericanVision.com. Winnie the Pooh is a clean and wholesome movie that especially caters to young viewers, but that isn't to say that adults won't enjoy the charm of it also. It isn't anything groundbreaking or innovative, but it is a solid story with beloved characters topped off with a positive message. I give Winnie the Pooh 4 stars because it knows its own identity and stays consistent with it. The film knows its audience and caters to them with a tried and true formula that has inspired a generation. Don't forget to let us know your thoughts on this movie. Email us at info@movieology.tv, or you can message us on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. Until next time, I'm Stuart Adams. Thanks for watching. And script are all consistent with the Pooh franchise. Yeah. During an ordinary day in the 100-acre wood. I could go the whole My Fair Lady route. During an ordinary day, or that was more Australian. During an ordinary day in the 100-acre wood. How come nobody calls him Winnie? That's his name, right? His name is Winnie, and the Pooh is actually his species. Right. I'm Stuart the human. You don't call me human all the time. And we're moving the camera. And I'm using the sonic screwdriver on myself.
Feel better now?
Yes, much better. See, I was fixing my vocal cords, so now they'll work properly.
Where this woman comes into like a club or a bar type place,